Bom dia, Brasil! Bom dia, planeta! Positiva! Semana passada eu me deparei com um vídeo no YouTube falando sobre uma coisa ultra intra adamastorizante, que é o caminhão elétrico do Tesla. Do Tesla ou da Tesla? Daí eu comecei a pesquisar se já existia esse vídeo em português, e eu vi que tem uns pedaços que não explica direito como é que o negócio funciona. Daí eu resolvi fazer um videozinho para vocês básico, com a minha própria tradução, do meu jeito. E passei ontem, o domingo, praticamente o dia inteiro tentando traduzir esse negócio. O vídeo era de 23 minutos, e eu cortei algumas partes que não era tão essencial, e ele acabou ficando um vídeo de 13 minutos. Mas é 13 minutos explicando tudo que a gente precisa saber sobre essa nova geração de caminhão que está chegando por aí daqui a pouco. Positiva? Eu deixei de fora ainda a parte que fala sobre acidente, o acidente em L, que é o terror de todo motorista de carreta, e mais algumas outras coisinhas pequenas, porque senão eu não ia dar conta de fazer isso para vocês ontem. Eu espero que vocês gostem desse vídeo e nós conversa para ir afora. Tudo de bom para quem acompanha o Press Tensão.
I'm going to give the trucks a moment. Give the trucks a moment. All right. All right. Welcome to the Tesla semi truck event. I hope you like what you see. I'm going to tell you about everything that this truck can do. It blows my mind. I think it'll blow yours. Starting with performance. So we have an acronym we came up with that I think really describes the performance well. So it's a technical term, but let's show you what that means in acceleration. So one thing we care about Tesla is we really care about performance. We want a vehicle that feels incredible, that accelerates like nothing else. Let's show what the truck, what it's like to be in a Tesla truck. This is real time. Okay. Okay. So that's the Tesla Semi will go 0 to 60 in 5 seconds. So that's by itself or with a trailer. Now at 80,000 pounds max gross vehicle weight, that's the most amount of weight you can carry on a US highway. This is the real-time acceleration of a Tesla Semi. That, on the left, the thing that looks like it's not moving is a diesel truck. gonna give it a moment. I'm sorry to bore you. I apologize. It's boring. I know. Eventually it'll get there. All right. Even with 80,000 pounds pulling max gross, getting 60 miles an hour in 20 seconds. That's what it can do. Now, what about up a hill? Okay, the best diesel trucks can only do 45 miles an hour up a 5% grade. Tesla Semi can do 65 miles an hour up a 5% grade. That's 65 miles an hour continuous at max gross. What this means is that if you're pulling a load over the Rockies or some mountainous terrain up a hill, you're earning per mile. You're earning 50% more per mile than you are in a diesel truck. That's a gigantic difference. So, now one of the biggest questions we've been asked about electric trucks is, well, how far can they go? Because, well, let's find out. So, 500-mile range. But what does a 500-mile range mean? And by the way, it's 500 miles at maximum weight at highway speed. So you're doing like 60 miles an hour. That's a worst-case scenario. But what it means is that because the vast majority of routes, because the vast majority are under 250 miles, it means that you can go to your destination and back, even if your destination has no charging. You can go there and back, go there and home without recharging. So you could deliver a load out to the middle of nowhere and come back. Now, how do we achieve this? One of the ways we do this is we design the Tesla truck to be like a bullet. So whereas a normal diesel truck is designed more like a barn wall, this is a bullet. You can see this in the drag coefficient. So the Tesla Semi has a 0.36 drag coefficient. This is a really good number. By way of comparison, a Bugatti Chiron, which is a $2 million supercar, has a 0.38 drag coefficient. So it's got a better drag coefficient than a supercar. And by the way, you can see that in the design. Part of the way we achieve that is with the bullet-shaped nose. We also have side flaps that map to whatever trailer you're pulling. Whether it's a new trailer or old trailer, the side flaps will map to whatever trailer you're pulling and close the gap. So this makes a huge difference to the drag coefficient. The bottom of the truck is also completely flat, so the air can flow straight through. These are things that you don't see on any other trucks, and it gives us incredible highway range. It's one of the key factors. We also have 4 independent motors. So there's a motor on each of the rear wheels, and an independent front suspension, so it's incredibly comfortable to drive this truck. Yeah. Wow. And then for interest's sake, we created a pickup truck version of the Tesla Semi. It's a pickup truck that can carry a pickup truck. By the way, this is you can legally drive that. It shouldn't be legal, but you will actually be able to legally drive that with a normal driver's license. It's kind of wrong, but I like it. Now, what about the driver experience? What does it feel like to drive this truck? It's amazing. Because this truck has no gears, there's no, you're not constantly shifting gears. It has one gear, so it's smooth. It's like driving a Tesla. It's as though you're driving a Model S or Model X or Model 3. It's just big. It's super easy to drive, and it feels incredibly responsive. It's unlike any truck that you've ever driven. And the point of view that you have is also incredible. We put the driver in the center. So the driver's actually in the center of the truck. You're positioned like you're in a race car. You have complete visibility of the road and all the surroundings. It's a beautiful, spacious interior. You can stand up inside. It's got redundant screens, and it just feels incredible to drive this. It's one of the best feelings. It's incomparably better than any other truck on the road. You really have to drive it to understand just how good that feels. Like, I can drive this thing, and I have no idea how to drive a semi. So let's take a few more shots of the interior. Just gives you a sense. Also, there's a little trunk in the front. Why not? We'll throw that in there. What about fueling today? If you're fueling a diesel truck, you've got fumes, spills, toxic environment, prices change all the time. And what a lot of people don't realize is it actually takes up to 15 minutes or more to actually fill a truck. You have to sit there for 15 minutes while the tank gets filled. As compared to charging a Tesla truck, you can charge at your origin or destination. So while you're unloading your cargo, you can charge. Reliability is incredibly important. A truck is your life, it's your business. Truck breaks down, you're disappointing your customers. It's a horrible day, it could be a horrible week. It could break down in the middle of nowhere. The safety issues. Reliability is incredibly important. We're putting massive attention into making this truck incredibly reliable. And that's why we are guaranteeing that this truck will not break down for 1 million miles. We are guaranteeing it won't break down for 1 million miles because it has 4 independent motors. You can lose 2 of those 4 motors, and the truck will still keep going. In fact, even if you only have 2 of the 4 motors active, it'll still be a diesel truck. It's not fair, really. So then it has, there's a few other benefits as well. Brakes are a big deal for trucks. You got to stop 80,000 pounds. It's not easy. That's a lot of brake wear. But because with an electric motor, you can turn the brakes into generators. So every time you brake, that kinetic energy of braking goes straight back into the battery pack instead of wearing down a brake pad. So the brake pads basically last forever. You never need to replace brake pads ever. So no brake pad changes ever. You don't have to worry about transmission. There's no transmission. Transmission can't brake. There are no emissions, no scrubbers, no differentials, and this is the feature I like best: thermonuclear explosion-proof glass. Close. I mean, it's close. So standard glass. Now why is this important? Because you see, look, nothing. Survived a nuclear explosion. That was incredible. So actually, what's important here is, survives a nuclear explosion, or you get a full refund. Okay, full refund. Production begins 2019. So if you order now, you get the truck in 2 years. All right.
Viu aí? É incrível, né? Sem palavras, positiva. Eu acredito que daqui uns anos os nossos netos e bisnetos vão conversar entre si e falar assim: você acredita que o meu avô trabalhava com caminhão a diesel? Já pensou como é que aquele povo era atrasado?
Fala comigo, Biba!
Cassiano, eu tenho uma pergunta para te fazer, meu filho.
Diga!
Você está preparado para o futuro?
Tem um amigo meu que tá na fila, Biba, agora ele entrou na fila no meio desse ano para um carro, que não sei se você sabe, o Tesla, você entra na fila para poder comprar, né? Então ele deu $1.000 para entrar na fila para comprar um carro. E agora ele estava entrando na fila para comprar esse caminhão aí, $5.000 para entrar na fila.
Só 5 mil, cara?
E 5 mil, mas a perspectiva do custo do caminhão, a perspectiva, é um estimado de $300 mil.
Deixa eu te perguntar uma coisa aqui. Você está participando do No Shave November?
Ah, positivo!
Ah, cara!
Vou te mandar uma foto aqui do Papai Noel!
Beleza de criança!
Caramba, cara! A mulher tá reclamando, viu, Biba? Depois eu vou te mandar a conta pra ela, viu?
Você tá falando aí, eu tô lembrando de outra coisa aqui. Teve alguém que comentou num vídeo lá, falando assim, ó, pô, bem que o sacrifício da minha mulher podia ser parar de reclamar por um mês.